Hello. Let me just put my needs here. Hello, everybody. My name is Camila, and I decided to start a channel because I'm such a noob when it comes to technology. I decided that I wanted to do it live just to test. So I apologize for that. I try my best to improve my camera angle, improve lighting and everything. But this will be probably something that I will be trying to work on within time, and maybe God bless us, it will become a journey, and we will become something that we will do, you know, years and years to come. I'm just going to, yeah, I think that's the angle that I'm looking for. Hi, my name is Camila. I'm from Brazil in South America, and the country here is a very um, bright summery type of country. But I live in the south, which means that I'm able to need to wear most of time of the year because my city is quite of a chill city. We do have winters here. We have 4 seasons, I must say. So right now we are starting autumn. That's why I'm wearing knitwear, for example. It's now something around 20 degrees Celsius. It's beautiful outside, but it's very windy. I apologize if you listen to the wind because I tried my best to block the sound. Uh, I can't help it. I can't help it. So my knitting journey started when I was very young. My mom taught me to knit when I was 6 years old, just because I didn't have much to do with my life. So she taught me, and I really enjoyed being able to, do some stitchings. But I struggled my whole life to keep knitting part of my daily life. And that's because it's not my mom's fault, it's just because of the weather. I didn't know that we could use summer knitwear, as crochet is much more common here in Brazil. We do use much more of the crochet pieces in cotton. And I didn't know that we could bring cotton to life and make knitwear out of it. So, for example, I'm using now, this is a blend of viscoses and cotton, okay? And this is the last thing that I finished. I finished it just last week. I'm just going to go show you. So this is it basically. As you can see, I have a high waist um, skirt that I made myself. I'm trying to learn how to sew. So that's how I normally wear it. And I really like it. I really like it. But this took me years to learn, and it was just possible because of the knitting community, because of podcasts, of people talking about fibers and yarn and the possibilities. 2 years ago, better saying, we moved down here to south of Brazil, and I experienced the first real winter. In my city, temperatures can go low, up to -2, -3 degrees Celsius. Therefore, I do need knitwear. We don't have access to wool in our country. We need to bring the wool from other countries because in Brazil, unfortunately, wool is not a thing. I know, sad, but what can we do? It is starting to show more. It is starting to be a thing. I believe because of internet, some people are getting interested on it, but it still is very expensive. And we do need to work with what we have. We have acrylics, we have cotton, we have viscoses, we have, sometimes microfiber, and we need to work with the blends that we have. I was able to find some light alpaca as well. And yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just happy to be able to knit even though we don't have a real wool. I do have a dream though that one day I'll be able to afford because currency in Brazil is quite a nightmare. Therefore, I believe that $1 nowadays is something around R$ 7. So just for you to have an idea, $10 equals 70 reais. I have to times it seven all the time with taxes and shipping and everything. I think if I want to make myself a sweater, even a vintage fitted sweater, which is my style, I would need to make it with, it would be, it will cost a lot. It would cost something around maybe 400 reais, which is a lot. I don't have that money. So I try to make things from what we have, and I'm pretty happy with it. I have to say, I really enjoy what we have and the way that we go through uh, our knitting journey here. I'm recording it on Sunday morning because my children are at church school with my husband, and this is the only time I can actually sit down with light and talk to you. Otherwise, I just have to wait, like till night, and I don't think you can see things very clearly at night with the only camera that I have available. I don't have iPhone um, with storage enough for me to record and edit. Therefore, I have to do everything live. And I apologize for that because I know sometimes we start mumbling and we are used to recording and editing. So then but I love life. I love life. I have to say that I really appreciate when people make live videos. I think that this way we can see people thinking, we can see people talking in a natural way. So, yeah, I wanted to show you some of my knits and talk a little bit about my style. I love vintage. I am much more to the 40s behind. I don't like modern clothes, both because of sustainability, fabric, but also because of shape. I believe my body, the way that my body is built, I have square shoulders and I have a small waistline and I have hips. Therefore, I have that shape which makes more comfortable for me to wear vintage knitwear or vintage clothwear uh, because of the shape. How it sits on the body fits me better. That's why I started to learn how to sew and I started to learn how to knit because I wanted to be able to, sort of get through this passion and get through all the things that I like and love uh, using the tools that I have available. I am not a designer, I am not a sewer, I am 100% a beginner, but I love it. And it's a way that I find I can have a hobby and I can simply get out of my common daily life. I have a very busy life with 6 children and a house and a husband. My husband does home office most of time. So I do have a bee's life, and I'm not in a farm, but we are building our home as well. So my house is a mess all the time because we are, trying to figure out how we're going to move, but we are still finishing the other house enough so then we can move in. But once we move in there, we will still be finishing the house because we don't have money enough to finish it before we pay rent and, it's just impossible to pay rent and build at the same time. Anyways, I'm just happy because I'm moving to a house and I've waited so long for that. We have been married for 14 years now. and 6 children, and we are going to have our home. And I'm just glad and happy it happened, because it's just, we fight for it so much. But our house there is going to be quite small. And even though we have temperatures that can go negative in here, we are not able to afford a house with the proper heating system, and all the things that we have available in marketing here in Brazil to make it more weatherproof. Therefore, I do have to work on clothes to keep us warm. For my children, it's easier because they can wear, basically anything. But I am normally in between pregnancies or breastfeeding. So I also have the demands of the house, and I need to keep myself warm. I try my best to wear modesty, and that's just a personal preference that I have. And I have my body shape. Children don't have that worry, yes. Even though I have a daughter, and I try my best to, make knitwear for her. It's pretty simple, isn't it? But that's not the case for us adults because we try and we can complicate things so bad. Therefore, I needed to make knitwear, and I need to make thick knits, and I need to make lighter knits, summer knits, autumn knits, just to be able to survive through the seasons here. This summer at least, it was pretty warm. We got 30, 32 degrees Celsius, which for this city I live in is quite a lot. It's super, super hot. It was also not very humid. Autumn is being very humid. We have had tons of rain. I think rain enough. But autumn has just started, right? And we still have a little bit more to go through. But wind is getting real, real chill. That's why I'm able to wear knitwear, and mornings you have to wear a cardigan. It's still not sweater season, but it's definitely cardigan season. And that's what I'm focusing on. I'm not going to show you all things that I have here, even though I was thinking about that at first. But I'm not going to do this now because I think that I'm going to make it, a little bit for the next video. And start from this video and do it next video. I don't know when exactly, but we'll see. We'll see. I will record it, I bet. And I will bring some more knitwear that I have designed. A few pieces I will leave for next episode. Okay, so I'm just going to show you what I like to wear. So this is something that I finished. This is a last finish of mine. It is a raglan top-down construction t-shirt. It's very simple. I have a magic number for my knitwear. I know my numbers, and when I need to do something like this sort of neckline in a 3.5 millimeter needles, which is normally what I use, I just need 110 stitches on the collar, and then I start a raglan. Because I have square shoulders, I don't normally wear anything that is round neck, a rounded neck, or raglan, because I just feel like it gives me more shoulder, like it really brings attention to the shoulders, which I don't particularly like. But this one, I like them so much. I mean, it's so cute. It's really cute. So I did a very simple stitch, and this stitch is just like you knit three, and you increase one, and then you pull over the extra stitch. So then you go back to three stitches. You can find it online. And then what I did was I played with the quantity of rows. So to make it then look closer, I made the stitches every 3 rows, and to make them longer, so then it gives sort of a cable idea, but it's not a cable. I did here in the middle of them, I did 6 rows, and here I did 3 or 4. I think 4 here and 6 here. So see, a small difference and gives it a beautiful detail. I'm so in love with it, so in love. So it's not cable, it's just a pullover uh, yarn sort of stitch. Yeah, so 111 stitches on the top, or 112 because it's every 3 stitches. So 112 here. On the raglan, I had 4 stitches, so then it would be a little bit wider, just not to give it a strange angle for my shoulders, just to sit better on my body. And then you just grow. Yeah, you grow to your forms, and then you separate sleeves, and you keep knitting till you want stop. This is not my color, but I needed something for my daughter. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and I needed her something, and I had a lot of leftover, and I decided to knit myself a little tee, and I still have leftover. I can't believe how much this yarn simply keeps going. It's just like it's almost impossible to understand how it happens, but it does. So it's here, and I love it, and so comfy. This is a blend of viscoses and cotton. This is the modern thing that I would wear. Um, I think it's the most modern thing that I can make myself in terms of tea, because I just feel like I can move to vintage much easier. So, for example, this one here, this one is 100% vintage because I got this online. I'm not able to afford patterns from designers. I wish I could, but I can't because of international taxes. It will be very expensive for me. And I have been trying my best to learn from vintage patterns, as it is better for me, as it's free, it's available, and I'm not, going to. I also try to come up with my own patterns, which I'm going to show you. This one is my own pattern, but this one I got from a 1940s, and it has it, that shoulder construction, and it shows here, yeah, the little detail, and it's very simple indeed. This is a bamboo yarn, 100% bamboo, and I used 600 meters. I don't know how much that is in yards, but 600 meters, and they made a t-shirt for me in bamboo. It's good for autumn. It's not good for summer, but it's good for spring and autumn. Even though it's lacy, it's all over lace pattern. The pattern is not exactly this way. It just has this lace, but doesn't have this column here. I just broke the column, with some knit in between the pearls, and I think it gave a nice texture to it. I don't know. It just made it look nice. And yeah, this one is, I'm sorry about it being a little bit wonky, but it's still drying because I had to wash it. I'm washing all my knitwear for next season. So this is something that I normally tend to. I also found this pattern here, and these yarns are all leftovers from my daughter, and I knitted it from a pattern that I could find online. It's a vintage pattern. And later on, I discovered that this pattern actually was used for, I think, a TV series. I don't watch TV. I don't have access to, Netflix or anything. I just don't have time for that. I'm much more of a podcast documentary type of person. But yeah, I find it so beautiful, and I love this stage. I love this stage, and I love these colors. My daughter is, look at this. My daughter is all about pink. Okay, my pink, my sort of pink is this one here. It's not like a pink, but much more to the peach sort of thing, going to the blue side, not the yellow side of colors, because I'm not a warm colors type of person. So blues go well with me, and browns, greens. My palette is mostly, the best palette for me is deep autumn and deep winter, but I do wear this sort of pinkish that's not going to the yellow side of it. If I wear anything yellow, it washes me off. It really does. I also don't like wearing too bright, even though I do have some just for the fun of it. Uh, I normally make my palette quite often much more of a capsule wardrobe idea. So then I can have not that many clothes, pieces of clothes, but they are interchangeable. I can wear them, all the time without having to worry. So this is one of them. And I really like it, but it is acrylic and it is a little bit thick. Therefore, I normally wear it when the wind is quite chill, but it's not enough for me to put on a cardigan. I still need my arms free, or I can wear it on top of a long sleeved black or white, normally white, turtleneck. So I have to buy myself one, by the way, a thermal turtleneck. I would wear it for sure because it would bring it to life. It's completely vintage. Oh, here, by the way, I made a mistake in this one, but I don't want to rip it back. So I wear this part here. I just did it because I tuck inside of my skirts. So I needed to make it a little bit longer because of that. And as you can see, I just knit it because it's going to be inside of my skirt, so nobody's going to notice. And yeah, it was such a fun knit to do. It is made with baby acrylics, 3 millimeter needles, no, 3.5 millimeter needles, and I used leftovers, so I have no idea how much yardage I used it for this one. And I used it three colors: white, it's not a white. It has, let me see if I can get it for you. I don't think I can get it for you, but it has speckles of pink. It's white and pink all together. And I used these for the whiter part, and then I have a light pink, and I have this beautiful color here. This yarn is actually a vintage yarn given to me by my grandmother. My mom went through her things and she found tons of acrylic old yarn with no tag. We have no idea where it comes from, but she was hiding it because she doesn't need it anymore, but she hides it. So we found it. And I knitted this one for my daughter using the same yarn. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but I knitted this one using my mom's old patterns from the 70s. She has these magazines, and I knitted this one for her. And this one, my daughter, he wears it all the time because she really enjoys it. It's fully pink. So I had leftovers from this one, and I knitted the pink of this one. It's the same pink of this one. Okay, but because this is mixed, it looks like a different color. But yeah, I needed this one for her using a 3.5 and baby acrylic yarn. I think it's baby acrylic yarn at least. It comes in a cone. And yeah, I made it just for fun, with this vintage feel, and it's just so nice. It's so nice. So these are three. I am going to show you a fourth, which is the same design as that other one, but I wanted to give it a little bit of my own thing. I changed these sleeves to be a normal sleeve just because I wanted something that I would be able to wear with um, a cardigan on top without feeling the shoulder go up. The other one, the blue one with the puffed sleeve, does it quite a lot because it's bamboo, so it's thick yarn. It's not very thin yarn. And I did this stitch, which I love. I have to show you this one. I'm so proud of this one, I have to say. It is like this. Yeah, you can see. The line's not helping. It's a very deep blue. It's very dark, deep blue. And I just did, now you can see the color. And it goes to the, as you can see, it goes to the purple side of blue, yeah? So it looks, for me, my mom said it looks like cauliflowers. But for me, it does look like trees, yes, or like a garden. I don't know. It just looks so nice, in my opinion, that I love it so much. And in between then, I made this column here of simple garden stitch, and it turned out so nice, so nice. For this one, with this yarn, 3.5 millimeter needles, I wanted it oversized so then I can wear it when I'm pregnant, when I'm like heavily pregnant. I needed with its bottom up, okay? So I needed 124 stitches in the front and 124 in the back with the pattern. Okay, it was the one necessary. So it is oversized on me, and this yarn does tend to grow. So I can be as pregnant as I want and still wear it. It is more to the cropped side of length. All of my needs are more to the cropped side of length because I wear skirts and I like to wear full skirts. Not completely circle skirts because it is just too much for me, but I like wearing gathered skirts or this sort of, more fuller of a skirt. Okay, so they are cropped so then I can see it around my waist. And I normally tuck it in because as a breastfeed, I have to manage also, you know, babies' feeds in between. And I just feel like this is the most comfortable way of wearing things. All right. So I also made myself this cardigan, which is in season right now, yeah, for me to wear. As I said, it's cardigan season. And I saw these on Shine, and it was like a white one, and it was not handmade 100%. It was machine made, but it was very bulky. Still, I really liked the idea because it was bulky. This part here, sorry, a car just honked here in front of home, but I don't think it's for me. No, definitely not. But because it was bulky, this part here was really showing off. And I was like, I don't want that. I wanted the pattern, I wanted the combination. I found it very cute, but I didn't want the bulkiness. Therefore, I bought this baby acrylic, and it is in this nut color. These are all Brazilian brands, therefore, I'm not going to give you names because it's almost impossible for you guys to get it. And this one is 100% acrylic, which is not the nicest feeling. I'd rather have bamboo or maybe a cotton acrylic blend for my things, or something mixed with natural fibers because it's quite, you can feel it's acrylic, but it's warm. And that's what I'm looking forward. So yeah, the back is like this. I made it 2 panels. On the original, it was only 1 panel because of the bookness, but I made it 2, and then I just went to the fronts and made 2 as well. I'm going to put it, I should be wearing it to show you guys. Sorry, I am new on this, so apologies. So yeah, it looks like this. See, it's quite cropped, and I had to come up with it, all the numbers, all by myself, and I'm quite happy. These buttons are pinkish. I really like it. So it is oversized, quite boxy. So then I can wear it when I'm pregnant, when I'm not pregnant. I could, though, easily make it completely vintage, which is what I'm aiming for my next one of these, because I want a next one. So yeah, I really like it. As you can see, the shoulder construction that I look for all the time with all of my knits, yes, these ones and this one is a more of a straight line here. So then my shoulder looks a little bit more relaxed. The only thing that I don't like about this cardigan is because here on the top, it became loose. I'm not such a huge fan of it. You know how loose it is here on the top. But I don't want to, knit it back again. I'm just going to leave it this way and see what happens. That's it. And next one, I'll be mindful and I will do it the proper way. I am supposed to make a little bit of embroidery here on the middle of these diamond shapes. This diamond shape is very simple to do. You can come up with your own. I did come up with my own. But if you go online, you're going to find thousands of patterns of diamonds, which really made me feel a little bit wow. I get the feeling of wow, there are so many knitting patterns out there, stitch patterns, I mean, not patterns for the construction, but as I know my numbers and I have been knitting for quite a time, I think that it worked very, 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 very fine, and I'm quite happy with it. I'm just adjusted, and it's warm. It's perfect for cardigan season, and I have been wearing it all the time. Next is this one here. Now, this one here is just, I saw this yarn. It has alpaca in it, not too much, but you can see, it also has this little bit of glue in it. Yeah, there is a strand of thing that glows. And yeah, I just saw this yarn and I found it beautiful. It's very bright and it's 100% not the brightness that I normally wear, but I have been wearing this so much. It goes like stripy mode. I made it bottom up, circular. No, in pieces. In pieces. I made it bottom up, circular, using the same numbers for the cardigan, but made it a sweater. So that's it. Quite cropped and very simple, stockinette. Just a layering piece. That's what I wanted. I wanted a layering piece, and that's what I got. Yeah. And this one, it was a very quick knit, I have to say, for the fact that I knitted with a 3mm needle size. It was just such a quick knit. And it was my no stress knit for the period that I was in the end of my pregnancy and the postpartum season. You just need something that you can knit without thinking, because probably you won't be thinking much in the season. You have a newborn, you have toddlers, and you have the older kids, and you have a house, and you have everything. So I would just sit down, and just knit while I was breastfeeding or just talking to my children or teaching them, or like something, anything, anytime I could just pick this up and knit without thinking. I didn't do any modeling to it, but the armholes, it was the only thing that I did give it a little bit of shape, but no shaping on the body. Boxy, relaxed, super simple to do. I still have yarn of this. Yeah, I have a lot of this yarn, and I want to make myself a different one. And it is quite warm being a one single strand. Therefore, I'm just thinking if I am able to tackle a two strand because of the alpaca in it. Maybe it will be warm enough for me to be wearing even in winter season. Maybe. I don't know. I'm just thinking about it. Just thinking about it. It's not colors that I normally wear, as I said. Definitely not my colors. Even though I love this aqua blue, I could go and separate the colors. Yeah, I haven't thought of that because I like this color here, which goes, it's almost a charcoal. It is almost a charcoal. And there is this blue here that I also enjoy. I just don't like this shade here, which is very light. But now that I'm looking at it and seeing, the fading, I can separate them, right? Look at this, it fades. But it's still, you can see the difference. Yeah, I think I'm gonna separate them in balls and change it. Can you see how charcoal the dark one is? And it has these speckles and glitter, yeah? And then it goes and fades and fades and fades. So I think I'm going to work with these dark and these aqua blue here, and this more of this darker blue. I have something to work and I'm getting excited about it. And I will probably start doing it as soon as I can. Yeah, that's so nice. I'm happy now. I'm happy now that I got that idea. And I think I'm going to knit myself something that's quite wintry because of the colors. I can see it in my mind. I can see it in my head. I want it to be super vintage, so I want it to be snug to the body. A cardigan. I don't want it to be all over lace. I want it to be something that will hold, it will fight the wind. So I can make it something like this one that I'm wearing. Yeah, I can definitely make it. I have an idea. Yes. Let's see. Next podcast, I will bring the idea better. I will develop it in my mind, and then I'll bring it. That's why I love knitting, because I can make my own, and I can just imagine things, and I can wear it, and I can make it, and I'm just so happy right now because I have a plan. No, I have the drafters of a plan in my head, and I think I can make it work if I separate the colors. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So let me just wrap up showing you the last piece that I wanted to show you, because this is a new sort of yarn that's coming to Brazil. It is a microfiber yarn, and it looks like this. It's not strong enough to last for years and years, but this one, I have been wearing it for 2 years now, and it's holding very, very well. I find that it's holding super well for the fact that it's not a very strong fiber. When you wash it, it opens, you can see the fibers opening. Therefore, the ability to hold the tension it's just not good. It's not good enough. But I love this stitch. I could make this stitch with the blue one. Ah, haha. Yeah, Camila has ideas. I have to swatch. I will swatch and then I'll let you know. So this one is also boxing. Again, my own pattern, my own creation. I put these buttons because they were the only ones that I had available back then. It's true. Those were the only ones that I had available at home. And this yarn is very light. It's just the best ones for, spring or autumn. I made it oversized because I was super pregnant, so I was like this. And now I'm not, so it looks a little bit too big, but it's fine. I used 1,200 meters to finish this one. This stitch, I found it online. I found it on Pinterest. They had this chart for this stitch on a blog. A Brazilian woman, she saw this baby heirloom set, and it was made with this stitch. So she managed to chart this all by herself, and she made it available for everybody. And I love it. I just love it. I love the way it is. It looks classy, but at the same time, it's so simple. I call it my rainbow sweater, my rainbow cardi, because it reminds me of rainbows and like when it's raining and the sun just comes out and you can see like the rainbow forming. It just reminds me of this magical moment. So I call it the rainbow cardi, and it's all over lace and it's microfiber, which makes it light, easy to wash and dry. It dries very fast. But I do want to try to make this one again in the future using a mixed fiber, which now I have because of the blue idea that I have just now. So yeah, I keep that in mind. So this episode's long enough, and I just feel like I am so happy to be able to talk to you and go through this video. I talk a lot, so apologies for that. What woman doesn't talk a lot, right? So I hope you enjoyed. I hope that my style does talk a little bit with your style somehow. And I want to make this channel not only about knitting, because I don't only knit. I do many other things. I cross stitch, I sew, I crochet. So I want to talk about things that I make and things that I am able to bring as inspiration for people. Yeah, I can say that. Because I think that, when I go online to podcasts, I always see people doing and knitting the same things over and over and over and over and over again, which means that we are creatures of habits. We are creatures that, we human being, in our head, we do look forward to relating to other people. And some knitting patterns are just what everybody does, yes. And I'm not into these, even though I would love to be able to make some knits. I'm not going to make something that doesn't suit my body or that I don't like that much just for the sake of everybody's doing it. And I wanted to be able to show people that, you can do your own patterns and you can make a occasion job if you know your numbers, if you know the stitches, and if you know a very little bit of um, how to bring fabric to life. So I wanted to show you these knits so then you can see what I have done so far. There are more. I can remember now. I didn't pick three that I am actually. One is finishing, the other one is drying because I had to wash it. And I have a few on the needles that I'm not so sure if I'm gonna finish or not. Some of them I would just want to rip back and frog it and start over. And some of them I like, some of them are summer. So, I do have these things in my mind and these ideas. But I wanted to show you guys because I don't like the idea of being in a cage, when you have no um, ability to think and do things you want to do just because you can't fight the pattern, or just because no one thinks like you, or just because you do not think like others or feel like others. Yes, I just want to inspire you to look at what you already know, the numbers you know, the shaping you have created your whole life, and to be able to bring life to it, because one knit is actually 1,000 knits in one. It's a blank canvas. It can just change things, but use the same number of stitches and the same shaping and the same idea. So if you have, I don't know, a petit knit that you really like, you can change the pattern, you can change the stitch, you can change the density of the fabric, and you have something completely new but made, you know, for you, without really having to, go out there and keep searching and keep searching and keep searching just because you feel like you need a pattern for everything that you want to make. And if I can, anybody can, because I don't even have wool in my hands and I work with whatever I have. And it's working, it's going. And I'm happy and proud of how far I came. And I'm sure I have much more to go. And I'm just so happy. And I'm so pleased that you got, because I'm talking to you, I got this new idea and I'm just so happy. So happy. So I'm going to wrap up now because this is almost an hour and long, and I just don't want to bother you that much. But I hope you felt inspired. I ask you to join me in this channel, subscribe, comment, just tell me who you are, where you're from, why you like it, my video, and is your style, and what one would like me to show, and what want to see. I'll be moving houses soon, so I have a new setting of life coming, and maybe God will bless us with children, one more child. And seasons of life come and go. And it's just so nice that we have something that older people didn't have. We are able to document it. We are able to talk to each other about it. We are able to build a strong, nice community. So, yeah, I hope it inspired you. And I will see you very soon, God willing. So, be safe, guys. God bless you, and see you soon. Bye.